What if everything we experience, our thoughts, emotions, the physical world, arises from fundamental patterns of consciousness? These patterns, often known as archetypes, may hold the key to understanding not only ourselves but the very fabric of reality. Today, let's delve deeper into these universal dynamics and explore how they shape both our inner and outer worlds. Welcome, dear listener. In our previous episode, we explored the archetypes as the recurring patterns that ripple through reality, like waves on a vast lake, the lake of the one mind. We touched on their connection to the collective unconscious and how they guide us in understanding our lives. But today, let's go even further. So, find a comfortable place to sit or lay down, drink a cup of your favorite beverage, and allow yourself to flow with the insights that await you. Are you ready? Take a deep breath, relax, and let us dive deep within. Let's consider this. The archetypes are not just abstract concepts or psychological ideas. They are the preferred patterns of creation itself. In some ways, they align with the vibrational theories of the universe, like the M theory or string theory in physics, which suggest that at the root of everything lies vibration. Different frequencies of vibration form the building blocks of creation, much like the ingredients of a soup. Each archetype is like a unique ingredient, and the way these archetypes mix, interact, and flow creates the vast diversity we experience. Whether we are talking about the dynamics of physical laws or the complexities of human behavior, these archetypes are the universal templates that shape it all. Archetypes are not merely symbolic. They are embodied energies, fundamental patterns that the universal mind prefers as its modes of expression. Think of the universe as a vast vibrational field, where different frequencies create unique phenomena. Archetypes can be seen as the harmonics of this universal field, the preferred ways that the one mind or one consciousness expresses itself. Imagine making soup. There are countless ingredients available, but the combinations of these ingredients, how much salt, the type of herbs, the balance of flavors, each create unique recipes. Archetypes work the same way. They are the core ingredients of reality, combining to form the unique experiences, events, and beings we encounter. These archetypes don't just exist within us, they're also reflected in the external world. The external world, after all, acts as a mirror, revealing the beliefs and patterns through which we interpret reality and give meaning to our experiences. In this way, it becomes a tool for self-awareness, helping us see who we truly are. The key, however, lies in recognizing that the reflection in the mirror is not what's real. If you were to look into a mirror and see a smudge on your cheek, it would be futile to reach toward the mirror to wipe it away. The reflection is simply showing you something about the source. you. Once we understand this, we can shift our focus inward, addressing the true origin of these patterns we wish to change. This is the essence of transforming our inner world to harmonize with the outer one. This is why we say, as within, so without. By studying these archetypes externally, whether through myths, astrology, tarot, or even the natural world with its physical and biological laws, we gain valuable insights into our inner landscapes and the patterns shaping our lives. Throughout history, cultures have used archetypes to map both the cosmos and the psyche. From the pantheons of gods in mythology to modern psychological tools, archetypes provide a framework for understanding reality. Each zodiac sign, for example, represents an archetype, from Aries as the pioneer to Pisces as the mystic. These archetypes describe not only personality traits, but the energies or dynamics that influence life events. Another common archetypal compendium is the major arcana in tarot, with figures like the magician, the high priestess, and the tower. Each card represents a stage or dynamic in life's journey, or a map into our own consciousness. Personality systems like the Enneagram or Myers-Briggs rely on archetypal patterns as well to help us understand our egoical blueprints, our strengths, challenges, and growth paths. These tools aren't about predicting the future. They are about recognizing the archetypes active in our lives so we can navigate them with greater awareness. By learning and understanding different archetypes, we can understand situations and ourselves better. Once we realize we are all made of the same ingredients, compassion arises. Archetypes are not just a philosophy or a belief system. They are patterns we can directly observe through introspection and lived experience. These universal harmonics exist because they can be experienced, studied, and recognized, not because someone named or theorized them. The question then becomes, who gives meaning to these patterns? Ultimately, you do. We are the ones who assign meaning, classify, and name these archetypes, though the names and symbols we choose are ultimately arbitrary. They serve as tools pointing towards something greater, a way to map the terrain of existence. But as the saying goes, the map is not the territory. If we approach this thoughtfully, we can see that these patterns have been observed not only in introspective practices, but also in various disciplines: chemistry, physics, biology, and psychology. Across cultures and sciences, these archetypes reflect reality's behavior, not its essence. Science, after all, doesn't tell us what reality is. It shows us how reality behaves. For instance, consider the archetypes found in the 4 stages of a cycle: creation, preservation, destruction, and renewal. In physics, the creator, is mirrored in the birth of stars or the emergence of matter from quantum fluctuations. In biology, it's seen in the process of cellular division, the foundation of life itself. In human life, this is the energy of new beginnings, projects, relationships, or ideas being birthed into existence. Nature reflects the preserver archetype in the forces that maintain stability, like gravity holding planets in orbit, or ecosystems that sustain life through balance. In our lives, it's the nurturing energy that safeguards what we value, whether it's maintaining relationships, fostering community, or preserving traditions. The archetype of the destroyer appears in physics as entropy, the inevitable breakdown of order into chaos, or in the explosive death of stars in supernovas, which clear the way for new formation. In biology, it's seen in apoptosis, the programmed death of cells to ensure the health of the organism, or in plain biological death. In human life, it's the necessary end of cycles, letting go of what no longer serves us, clearing space for renewal. In nature, the renewer archetype manifests in the cycle of the seasons, spring following winter, or the regrowth of forests after wildfires. In human experience, this archetype is the energy of transformation, the phoenix rising from the ashes. It's the stage of healing, growth, and rebirth after change. By observing these archetypes in the world around us, we see how the universal mind, the one mind or mind at large, expresses itself through cycles of creation, preservation, destruction, and renewal. These patterns are not isolated. They ripple across all levels of existence, from the cosmic to the personal, reminding us of the interconnected nature of everything. Everything is changing, but nothing that matters is ever really lost. By using these reflections, we can begin to see how these archetypes offer not just a deeper understanding of the universe, but at the same time of who you really are. They guide us to navigate the inevitable cycles of life with grace, while helping us reconnect with the vast, unified source from which everything arises and goes back into. The underlying essence of the unified field of consciousness. Understanding archetypes is like discovering a compass for life's journey. These universal patterns allows us to orient ourselves amidst the cycles of change, offering clarity about where we stand and what lies ahead. In essence, they help bridge the gap between our conscious awareness and the vast unconscious, the source of creativity, intuition, and wisdom. That's why Carl Jung posits that the archetypes live in the collective unconscious, that part of consciousness that we all share and are tapped into. Individuation, or the process of becoming your truest, most integrated self, involves recognizing and working with these archetypes. By exploring their presence within and around you, you open a deeper dialogue with your inner world. Tools like tarot, astrology, and the Jungian archetypes serve as mirrors, reflecting the patterns shaping your experiences. They're not about arbitrary definitions or doctrines you have to incorporate, but about cultivating your own awareness, helping you engage more intentionally with the different aspects of your psyche and the patterns guiding your growth, while you select what works best for you and walk your own unique personal path. Thank you for joining me in this deeper dive into the archetypes and the collective unconscious. How has exploring these universal patterns helped you grow, deepen your understanding, or shift your perspective? I'd love to hear your thoughts, stories, or questions in the comments below. These videos are my passion, and as a solo creator, your donations make all the difference and keep them alive. Other ways to help, like liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing, have a bigger impact than you might think. Thank you for your support. It truly means the world to me. If you're ready to dive deeper into your personal journey and uncover the unique patterns shaping your life, consider booking a session with me at www.deep-reflections.com. Together, we can explore the depths of your being so you can align with your truest self. Until next time, dear listener, may you explore the patterns of your being with curiosity, wisdom, and an open, brave heart.